What up? I'm here with Xist today, here for ScratchRenshuTV. What's going on?
What up, man? Not chilling, man. Just hanging out.
I just found out this is P-Trix's brother, man. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Hey, man, okay. We're going to go into some basic questions right now. How long have you been spinning? How long have you been scratching? You know what I'm saying?
Like, DJing-wise, like mixing and all that, like over 25 years. And then scratching-wise, I started cutting it up in 98.
98?
Yeah. Like, I started battling in 97, but it was really horrible back then. And then time progressed, and I tried to put in the time to practice to get better, you know?
Okay. Well, not so, wait, I'm warming up right now. Okay, I guess this one's now for for the Portablist right now. What do you think about the current Portablist movement at this moment? In time? You know, some people, they thought of it just like it was just like the little portable turntables were just like little toys.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, just little tools for digging. You know what I'm saying? What's your outtake on on the Portablist?
Oh man, I love it, man. I think it's really dope, especially, you know, if you're a scratcher, the way it's evolved, you know, with all the different portable faders out there, you know, from the Raiden fader, Frisk fader, and then the Jesse Dean, the JDD X2R. And, you know, Peace to Jesse Dean is a good friend of ours.
Your word.
So,
love Jesse.
Once Jesse, you know, came out with this fader, which I'm using tonight, the JDD X2R, like, I really enjoyed it that much more. Because the other faders, you know, I'm not trying to knock them, but, you know, like the Raiden fader before, you know, I used it and it got a little bit staticky. But then he has his new ones out, the RXI F1 and F2. So I heard really dope reviews of those as well. But just the fact that, honestly, what makes portablism really dope is everything is battery powered. You know, like this is 6 double-D batteries. I have a 4-channel mini mixer right here that runs a 9-volt battery. And then you just bring a portable speaker and make sure it's charged up, and your phone with the beats, and you're good to go.
Okay, so what DMCs did you do? And you know what battles have you done?
Well, as far as DMCs, I was in the 2001 LA DMC finals. I entered in 2002. I didn't make it out of the prelims. You know, I don't know what happened. And then I entered in 2014. I came in 3rd place. And then I entered in 2015, and I didn't even make it out of the preliminary round. So my set, I felt like my set was really clean, but, you know, that was a really tough year in 2015 out here.
So what do you think what do you think about battling in LA? You know, what do you think about battling out here?
It's tough. Los Angeles is a very tough regional heat. There's a lot of DJs that are in the closet that'll come out just for the battles. Like, you know, I DJ every week too, party rocking as a DJ, so I don't just focus strictly on hardcore turntablism. But I try to practice, you know, beat juggling and scratching. Especially with the portable, I'm able to just scratch a lot more, you know, just charging the batteries on my devices, and that's it. You know, and then I'm a little bit quieter. I don't have to bother anyone in my household bumping, like off my regular equipment.
So what do you think about, flow in scratching? Because people think of different things when they scratch. I heard some people, I've said this before, I heard people think about singing, you know, I had an interview with Hubert one time, and he was like talking about rapping, and what does Xist think about flow? You know, what do you think about when you scratch?
Oh man, I think about the whole flow. I'm not the most technical scratcher, but it's all about notes. Like, I had a conversation with Hubert recently at the NAMM show, and it's all about like quick notes, like 1 2 3 4, you know, but you're still within the measure of a bar, and then your timing is still on key. And then just the overall flow, you don't always have to, me personally, you know, you don't always have to go all ham and do triple click orbit, you know, double click tear flare combo, you know, some crazy technical shit that just goes over people's heads.
So, as far as like the new scratchers and the current scratchers right now, do you have any advice for them? Whenever they scratch, you know, because like people always get these good questions, man. I get better at my scratching. I gotta learn this combo. I gotta learn that combo.
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely gonna get better. You know, all the new scratchers just continue to keep practicing. You know, each individual scratch, like, it's like working out. You know, I'll sit there for 15 minutes just doing chirps, and then I'll switch it up and then do flares. And a lot of the technical scratches are based off basic hand movements, and definitely, you know, let your scratching breathe, you know. Don't just go in all ham, you know, you gotta, you know, ease into it and have your technical points, and you gotta let the funk flow. You gotta have, you know, let the funk come out of you.
Yeah, you heard that, man. Funk.
It's all about funk, you know what I mean? You could be all technical, but then you're just gonna sound all robotic, you know?
Okay, so how long does Xist practice for perfection?
Oh man, before, like when I was battling, like in the early 2000s, I was practicing 5-6 hours a day, and with, you know, I was living with my parents at the time, and same with my younger brother DJ Petrix. So you know, I seen his progression too, with everything in turntablism, and it pushed me, you know, to practice more, and then just testing myself when these competitions arose.
I get you saying. Actually, I got something on that because I saw that show, I guess, with Sally. You know saying a long time ago. I seen like the repost on it online.
Or the Ricky Lake.
Yeah, the Ricky Lake show. Yeah.
The way the Ricky Lake came about, that was in 2001, and they had a show where it's sibling rivalry. So the siblings in a family will have a certain talent, and they had like a mother and daughter, who's the better singer, a father and son, who's the better comedian, and then they wanted two brothers that were currently in the battle circuit, and who was the better DJ. So basically, the coordinators of Ricky Lake called 3 different pairs of brothers, including me and my brother, and interviewed us on the phone and asked us a few short questions like what Eddie's doing right now, and then, all right, we'll get back to you. Thank you for your time. You know, we'll give you a call back next week, blah, blah, blah. So I told my brother, oh, man, I don't know if they're going to call, you know, this and that. And then all of a sudden, you know, we get a phone call back in a few days, and then they asked us some further questions, and then they said that they wanted us to fly out to New York at their expense and hotel. So we went out to New York City to showcase on the Ricky Lake show.
Wow, so you were the brother that battled your brother.
Yeah.
Wow, I was always curious about that one. Anyway, now let's get down to it. Are you working on any projects right now? Are you?
Right now I'm getting together. I do an online mix show called the Barnyard Mixshow. So people are site barnyardmixshow.com. We ended season 4 in November, like right before the holidays with Thanksgiving. So we're a seasonal group, and we're about to relaunch our season, and we're in season 5. So end of May, going into June. Follow us on Instagram, Barnyard Mix Show, or myself at Xist, Xist, to stay updated in the loop.
Oh yeah, how did the Barnyard Mix Show come about?
Just, you know, a bunch of guys, you know, hanging out at my house, and, you know, it kind of like, it's based off, like some of the streets here. So we're like, you know, drinking one night and drunk, and we're like, oh, we're at the Barnyard, and it kind of just stuck. So with that being said, and the letter barn in it, we started coming up with farm animal themes. And we started digging for like old breaks from the 70s and taking certain breaks out of these tracks and looping them and then scratching farm animals. So that's how our intro theme song consists of. Besides the typical odd, fresh, you know.
So do you work on any beats or anything like that? I
used to a little bit, like when I was living with my brother, you know, I'd mess around on an MPC, a 2000 XL, but not too much, you know. I'm more on the DJ side, and, you know, I want to get back into making beats. I'm slowly starting to get all my equipment together, and like I have all my DJ equipment together, my portable and stuff like that, but now I need to get like a beat machine and Ableton running it in my new computer, because I just recently bought a new Apple MacBook Pro, so...
So what gigs are you currently doing right now?
Right now, I'm a resident DJ at Q Club Oxnard every Thursday. It's a pool hall, and, you know, it's a hit or miss, but sometimes it's cracking, and the music I play there is all open format, but mostly, like, gangster music and funk, top 40, and, you know, 90s hip-hop. Like, all the security and the owners there, they love all the early 90s shit, especially, like, old school too, a lot of old school, and then like salsa and cumbias. So it's a pretty well-rounded mixture.
So you're doing something here in Long Beach, aren't you?
Tomorrow I'm going to be at Long Beach at the Federal Bar for a party called Soul Saturdays. Soul spelled SOLE.
So are you like a regular over there, or is it just a guest appearance?
Just a guest appearance for tomorrow. I'm gonna be spinning with Jeff C and D Double.
How's that party?
That party is predominantly it's top 40, but I would say like 20% would be like throwbacks from like the 90s, into the 2000 era.
Okay, so what are you saying with the portablism right now? Saying that since we're able to go out and cut everywhere, what are you saying? What are your favorite spots to cut at?
Like right now, where I live and out here in Simi Valley, I always take my dog for walks and I chill. I go to different parks that has the typical park tables, and I'll just sit there and post up and scratch for an hour and let my dog run around.
Okay, so you're cutting up at different parts. Well, we have the event over by the beach. Actually, we're going to be having a scratcher barbecue. That's going to be happening in June. I haven't informed Jesse what's going on, but we have a lot of spots we can cut out anywhere from downtown to Imperial and stuff like that. I'm really looking forward to you coming down.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna reach out to the next scratcher session. I think the 22nd.
Yeah,
I'm gonna roll out there with Jesse Dean, the creator of the JDD fader X2R. Good, he's a good friend of ours, and he's a scratch enthusiast too. To have a scratcher make a fader for the scratchers is a blessing.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Jesse, man? We're plugging you at this moment in time right there. So what do you think about, all the stuff that Jesse Dean is coming out with? After this moment, he got the tone arms. He got the new faders. He got
Jesse's just straight killing the game. When it started with the JDD X2R, now he's got the JDD X2RS. Which is the switch that replaces the switch on the PTO1 Scratch. He made a tone arm mod that swivels, so the tone arm is could go on the other side of the record, and it's loaded with a spring. So it's kind of like a spring-loaded tone arm, where you could put the turntable vertical and the needle ain't going nowhere. Just applying tension with the spring, the pressure with the spring. Super sick. And then all the accessories like the knobs that are on these portables. He CNC machines new ones just to replace them, just as a another custom thing for your portable.
So do you do any gigs? Like outside of the area?
Sometimes I go out to Vegas, or like every year I've been going to Texas. So I go out there to showcase at an event called Cut Fest. It's like a hardcore turntablist like scratch event, and I'll go there and showcase, and I'll fly out early so that I can party rock at the West 6th District in Austin, Texas, which is a really dope city. So I spun there a couple times, and then last year I made a stop in Toronto, Canada, and did a radio show, Canada's longest FM hip-hop radio show. I was featured on that, and did a couple events in downtown in Canada. Really dope experience. So I'm working on some more stuff, outside of LA and California in general.
Put some thoughts down, on flow, definitely, an advice for the new turntablists and stuff, from artists like Xist.
Yeah, man, it's just a lot of practice, and, take a break. You got to breathe still, like anybody, we're only human, and then practice some more, and it's all about consistent practice to let it develop.
So when you're out there cutting, with the portable, what type of reactions do you get?
I mean, sometimes we're usually in remote areas where not too many people see us, because lately, like, we've been at the beach. Last week I was in Catalina Island with my crew, and we rented a golf cart and found this dope spot that overlooks the ocean and the water and everything. It was beautiful. And there was a white picket fence with a little railing, and we set our portables on that, along with this little board right here, and made it happen. Posted a video on Instagram.
So what do you think, with all these new kids that are coming into the game, and now before it was like the death of scratching,
I mean, there's a lot of new kids in the game, but I think, scratching never died. It was just everyone that's a core cutter still did it in their house. And I just think as the portable scene started progressing, a lot more of the OG started coming out because no one's trying to carry a turntable and a flight case and a mixer and a mixer case, and then you got to bring a speaker. That shit's heavy as fuck. And then all of a sudden, this stuff comes out, and this all fits in a backpack, and I can go to the mall and sit there at a bench and cut in front of Victoria's Secrets.
So what do you think the future of portability is?
It's just gonna keep getting crazier, and people are gonna start making more multi-channel boards for this. And right now, like with all the different faders that are out, like the Frisk, the JDD, the Raiden fader, there's the Mix fader from France, which is the wireless one. And then there's also the wax cutter fader with the 2 big dials in front. I believe that's Germany. I heard that fader's really dope. And then the trigger fader in the Philippines, straight up from Pinas.
Mm-hmm.
The Philippine portablists are on the map, man. They've been posting mad videos, and I've been watching them on IG Story and IG, and I'm inspired. And same with the Japan guys too. Like my homie A1 and Flesh, and there's also the IBRK brothers. Peace to those guys. Word. They always comment on my videos on IG, so much respect, man. Trying to keep up with y'all.
Yeah, konnichiwa, Japan. I know you're watching us right there. So what are you gonna do for us? With the cuts. Right now we're gonna go roll into the session.
I don't know, man. Yeah. Just drop a beat. We're gonna figure out a beat that we want to cut to, and then let's get a few bars in, kind of like freestyle it.
Do you have any last words for the folks out there? Before we sign off on the interview.
Oh man, just like thank you guys for tuning in. Follow me at Xist XIST, and then Barnyard Mixshow on IG.
Mm-hmm. And you'll be able to catch this on ScratchRenshuTV, on YouTube, or you can go to ScratchRenshuTV.com. Renshu meaning practice in Japanese. So let's Scratch Practice TV. Thank you, Xist.
Yeah, man. Thank you, man. It's a pleasure.
No worries, man. See, now we're going to get into some cuts.
Hell yeah.
Y'all, you've been watching ScratchRenshuTV. We at the Barnyard right now.
Yeah, man.
No shit. SD, everybody around the world, New Mexico, I see you up in the house. What up, Cwitch, homie? Yo, what up, Daniel G? Yo, Chef Cinema, I see you. Philippines, I see you. We out. Thank you for watching. Peace. Hey, yo, Shmix, right?
Shmix.
Right there, you know what I'm saying? Tell the folks over here at ScratchRenshuTV where you're from, how long you've been DJing, you know what I'm saying?
Word.
And, oh yeah, just basically just tell us about yourself, man.
Well, I mean, shit, I'm a California native, but just came from Seattle, here visiting, about to be back here in Cali again. So, we're kicking out the doors here, trying to do my thing. I've been DJing, bro, for 15 years.
15 years?
I mean, nah, I've been doing this since I was a teenager, man.
Man, it's gotta be longer than 15, dude.
Well, I meant club DJing.
Oh.
Club DJing, but I've been DJing like for, shit, bro, 20 years.
20 years, right there?
Years,
So
yeah.
how long you been scratching for?
Ah, bro, I came out the womb scratching. I was trying to learn how to scratch in my math book, like trying to rub the paper together. You know, watching Juice and whatnot. But I started cutting in like 16.
16?
Yeah.
Okay, you just showed us a new scratch. What do you call that scratch?
It's a tap scratch, but I call it the Shmix taps. Shmix taps. Well, Kubert calls it the Shmix tap.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
I
that's
wish I could have had him saying it. It's on a documentary, but I don't know what's up with that Zulu documentary.
Which one?
The one in Seattle in the hotel room.
I mean, we recorded some stuff, but I don't. Oh, that one.
That documentary, yeah, it's on there, but
Well,
yeah, it's called the Shmix tap, and it's it's a variation of a tap scratch. Like, I don't really know. I see a bunch of people doing the tap and whatnot, and I just stumbled across it, and Cuber's like, yeah, that's not a scratch known.
So what notable shows have you done? You know what I'm saying? Have you done or?
Well,
have you battled?
Yeah, I've done some battles. Northwest Champ for Guitar Center spin-off back in like the 2004 or 5.
Okay. When
they were still doing that. Went to the West Coast Finals on that. I've been an LA DMC finalist.
Oh, for sure.
Scratch Lounge did that one.
Yeah, you won last year.
We're gonna get to you in a second.
He won the just a Scratch Lounge scratch battle that we had, and I think I was.
You were the final contestant, yeah.
Yeah, I was second place.
Yeah, it was dope. That was dope.
I shouldn't have been though. It was just the way the tournament went out.
It was dope. You did your thing, man. That was fun.
Hold on, man. We got. Man. Hold on, ScratchRenshuTV, man. We got a couple of people up in here.
We got some guys.
We got Q's up in the house too.
My brother Q's, man.
Yo, say what's up, man.
Peace.
All right, man. Just like I said, we were homeboy, man. Tell us a little bit about yourself. What your repertoire is and all that.
Q's representing the Northwest. I just recently moved out to San Diego. I've been DJing for 17, 18 years. I guess DJing / turntablism, I guess, for 17, 18 years. Represent Bebop Fresh Crew, Scratch Lounge, and recently now Scratcher SD. I'm trying to, be a part of the SD community.
Oh, yeah.
And, that's pretty much, well, that's not all of me, but yeah, that's pretty much me to put it in simple terms.
You know what, man? I'm gonna carry this right now. I'm gonna knock out 2 in 1 at this moment in time, man. Okay, man. So what do you guys think about portablism and how far where are you trying to take this turntablism to?
I thought portablism was fucking retarded at first. I thought it was stupid because it was all these people that were doing it, and I can't front, man. Like the people that were doing it sounded horrible. It was just like all these people who had portables, and I was just like, just because you can afford to scratch and you got videos, but then I started seeing the scratch gangsters.
Okay.
Zodak or Kodak. I remember that Kodak.
Oh damn, Asthma Funk.
Yeah, Asthma Funk, man. Them cats are dope. And homeboy out of Hawaii, Buff Dude, the Uso.
You talking about ideas, man.
Ideas,
Scratch Poop. Hey,
Scratch
yo,
Poop.
what up, Scratch Poop?
That's my nigga Scratch Poop, man. They're dope. Him and Locke, and yeah, I was like, what they're doing with it was dope, and I jumped on. I got a portable. I just didn't like all the wires everywhere, It kind of got to me because the OCD thing, and I tried one of the faders and it was booty, but these are all dope though. I tried the was it the Frisk fader?
The Frisk fader, yeah. The Tokyo joint.
Staticky and break. It felt like a toy. And then the more and more I actually saw them, I was like, dude, these are dope. Because I have a QFO, so I was like, if I want portable. So I saw them cats like, Asthma Funk and Scratch Poop, and those dudes really got me into it. And I said, man, I want a portable. So I ordered the PTO1 Scratch. And at first the scratch knob was a little funny, but then I started cutting on it, and then the Jesse Dean, shout out to Jesse Dean. That little internal fader he made just for it, that shit is ill. I just tried it, and that's dope as fuck. I can't wait to get my hands on one. And the portable game is dope, man. I scratched on the way here in the van. So I was scratching on the way here, scratching at the airport. That shit's dope. You can pull it out your backpack. It's tiny. The records that they're making, Practice Your Cuts and all these guys. I think it's a dope movement. I like it.
Okay.
I thought it was kind of a novelty thing at first too. I didn't like he said. I wasn't really feeling the gear at first, and then, but everybody at Scratch Lounge was just like getting super into it. You know what I mean? And then finally, like I started feeling like some of these other faders. I think like PJ or somebody had like a Jesse Dean fader, like like this one. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, oh, okay, this is way doper than these other faders. So that's kind of that's when I just started getting into it too, because I was like, okay, like the gear is getting better. Because I don't know, just before I'm like, okay, this is kind of, it's it's fun. It's cool to be able to like be portable and mobile, but it was kind of like it's kind of holding me back from the scratches and stuff. But the gear's getting better now, so I think and it's really big. It's blowing up, and I think it's like a whole other side of turntablism now.
It is.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
I think they need to make one though with a platter that's raised like that, so I could do some cheap scratches.
I think I have one actually. There's a guy, I think he's out of France. He created the PS7. Actually, DJ Tech was supposed to have manufactured that, but he's currently in the works right now. He's making improvements on it. Shout out to the homie over at PS7. Man, keep doing your thing, man. But yeah, it's supposed to be digital. It's definitely raised platter. It actually looks like a QFO. When I look, when I saw it.
I think I've seen that actually on Instagram.
And it's for 45s?
Yeah, it's for 45s. It's for 7 inches.
I can't wait for that.
Oh yeah. Shout out to all y'all in Europe, man. Y'all doing your thing with that. Yeah, especially that dude. Scratcho. Yeah, man. I posted your stuff on ScratchRenshuTV, man. Direct drive portable turntable.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, it was created. You know what I'm saying? Okay, this is a typical question I ask all everybody that I interview. What do you guys think about when you scratch? Like I said, some people, I know they like to sing opera. They like to, rap, or or whatever. They think of it in the form of lyrics. What does Q's and what does Shmix think about, about scratching? Like, what do you think about when you cut? Yeah.
I don't think I really think of. I don't really think about anything really. It's just kind of you're just trying to make the scratches talk. You know what I mean? It's just kind of flowing. You're just flowing. And that's kind of like I've been super bad about learning new techniques and stuff recent years because I'm just kind of I'm just cutting. You know what I mean? I'm just letting my hands talk and stuff. You know what I mean? And so. Nah, I'm not really thinking about what should I do next or like what you just said, with the with the lyrics and stuff like that, I like that makes sense, you know what I mean? Like, because when you scratch, it's kind of like, you want to be with the beat, so it's like, like you could think about that, like a rapper's cadence or something like that, but like we're rapping on records and stuff, so.
Yeah.
I sometimes do that. I mean, it all depends on the beat, the music, the vibe. Like if it's a certain type of beat that's like made for a rapper, then obviously I want to act like I'm flowing on it. But I personally think of mine as like a flute or like whistling.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
So I play instruments, I play keyboard and stuff, and drumming, percussion. So I think it's very percussion based as far as the melodies and the way, because when you drum, you got the hi hat here and you got the snare here. So for me, I automatically think that, so it's all relative as far as music theory goes.
Interesting.
And if you listen, like this right here is a hi-hat. It's a constant motion. That's why I'm a right-handed cutter, or right hand on the fader, because when I drummed, this was the hi-hat. So you're going. So it's all like, I guess in that mechanical movement, it's like percussion to me. It's like drums. But as far as like flowing, I don't get too caught up in the technicalities. I mean, I love all the scratches, boomerangs, autobahns, whatnot, flares, crabs, but I'm more focused on like making it musical, making it flow. So if you got like, I could just do it a cappella and just sit there and just jam out all different patterns for hours, just boom, boom, boom. Because it's, slow, fast, high, low, and it's all patterns, all music. So you're just hitting notes, and they're not long sustained notes like a piano key. It's kind of similar to like a trumpet, the way it flutters, or even like a saxophone. Just more of a, sharp notes here and there, or like a fast guitarist even.
That's sick.
So like if you have like a 110 BPM beat, I could show you like how, like I could whistle my stuff like. and I'll sit there and I'll do that in my head. So when I'm not whistling, I'm actually doing the just. So it's all like very soulful, jamming, like kind of like jazz. Actually, very much like jazz. Like Herbie Hancock, Miles Davis, the way they would jam and just free-formed. Because scratching is free-formed, so yeah, it's like free-form jazz.
So are you guys working on any projects right now, like any music or anything like that? Or records?
Nah, not really. I'm probably, I want to put out some mixes or whatever, and yeah, eventually, like, I've thought about putting out some kind of scratch-related project, but just really haven't got around to it.
Scratch project.
How about you, man?
So many damn projects I'm working on. I gotta finish.
Yeah, this
But,
guy.
I make beats and stuff too.
And he's also a dope MC as well, man.
I'm alright. I got a couple tracks I made, but and I went to Team Backpack too. Did that.
Well, what's up?
Spit out there, but shit. Me and my boy Bo, Mr. Serdan, we're working on a 45 scratch record.
Oh, nice.
And he's gonna make one side, and I'm gonna make one side
Yeah.
of different samples and like stuff that we think would be cool to
Right.
scratch, you know.
Hey, ScratchRenshuTV wants one, man.
Oh, for sure, you will get the first copy, yeah.
Oh,
Like
shit.
some.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
we're gonna probably do like the first 500 of that and see how it does. Cause there's some stuff missing in the scratch game as far as samples go.
Okay.
So, want to put some cool shit on wax for people to swag out to and cut to, and have it be cool.
Okay, let's expound on the future of Scratch. What do you guys think about? What do you guys think about that? Some people are like quite futuristic about it. Going into a millennium. Going into the year 3000 or whatever with it.
It's gonna keep going, man. It needs more exposure. The art of turntablism needs more, because it's a baby still. It's a baby art. And even you have people like Hubert and D-Styles, and they should be more known. They should be recognized, kind of like, because right now those guys are living legends. They're Bruce Lee's and Jimi Hendrix's of this time, and so like what they're doing, it should be recognized right now, not 20 years later or 30 years later when turntablism hits that, that peak, I guess you could say, and it's not featured on like reality shows or MTV. I don't even know what the hell's on MTV anymore. There's no music on there. So, they should have like turntablism to the forefront of the scene of music. And in hip hop, they should have more like cutting, It don't matter if it's Lil Yachty or Lil Uzi or 2 Chainz or Drake, they just need more cutting. Like put some cutting in the tracks. Especially like all the tracks right now are all like 70 BPM, so that's our favorite shit to cut to. They should have cutting in hip hop, more involved with it. On the way here, I was cutting to some local San Diego artist. What's that dude's name?
Johnny Kolorowski.
Johnny Kolorowski.
Yeah.
That cat is ill, and he has like a Bone Thugs kind of like rapid fire delivery, and I was cutting to it, doing like mimicking what he was saying. He was just like weaponry, and I was saying the same shit on the cut, and he would say something, and I would mimic the next line with it. So. And that was just an example, like, they should have that. Like, turntablism needs to be put up more into the front, in the limelight, because hopefully portables will help it. Like, people will see people out there scratching, like, oh, what is this? That's dope.
I think, I don't know how much exposure we're going to get with scratching and turntablism, but I think I'm really happy how far we've come, though, you know what I mean? Like, I remember maybe, like, what was it, like, 07, even, like, 08, when, like things were kind of, like, and it was kind of like, like you could say, like, Serato was at fault or something, or, like, DJ battles were dying off, like, a lot of things were kind of just a lot of things were, like, really, it was, like, an all-time low, I felt, you know what I mean? But then, but then, like, all these, like, and I think Scratchpad had existed already, but like I guess I just see us, with like Scratch Lounge, and then like Scratchers popped up, and all these different like brands or like scratch groups. They're all popping up and stuff, and I'm just really happy. I'm excited to see that like what Scratch Lounge. We've been doing it since 2009 or 2008 or something. I don't know. What is it, like the 6-year anniversary?
2010.
Okay, I got a question for you.
No, 10 year, what is it, 10-year anniversary?
No. It started in 2010.
Oh, yeah, so 5-year, 6-year anniversary? 6-year anniversary for Scratch Lounge, so it's like, it's just super dope to see that we're still, like, Scratch Lounge is still super cracking like it was on day one, you know?
It is, yeah.
I'm not trying to isolate any type of, any one of the groups, like Scratch, for instance, like Scratch Brad,
Right.
Scratcher, Scratch Fight, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
etc. like that. What makes Scratch Lounge so special?
Well, to us, I mean, I just think it's the people that are that are there, you know?
The
what I mean?
camaraderie, man.
The Northwest,
Yeah.
like we really think of ourselves as Scratch Lounge family, you know what I mean? And I think the majority of the Scratch Lounge family is like, I think we all consider ourselves like Bebop Fresh Crew, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's just the people. I mean, I'm pretty sure that
The vibe is good.
I'm pretty sure that's what it's like in every other city that Scratcher is in, or that Scratch Pad, or Tableless Lounge, or Scratch Fight, man. I mean, I think I met you at Scratch Fight a couple years ago, and like everybody over there was, it was just like a dope group of people. You know what I mean? Like everybody was cool with each other. The Bay Area.
Oh
It
shit!
was like
dope.
Daly City, I think.
I think it was Scratch Pad. It might have been Scratch Pad where we met at, not Scratch Fight.
Which one?
There was the one by Stonestown. Was it that one? I know we met in the Bay.
Did
That's
we?
real, yeah. Yeah.
I want to say we met in the Bay, yeah.
Yeah, we did.
We did. But I don't think I went to Scratch Pad though. No, it was Scratch Fight. I went to Scratch Fight, and but yeah, still there was a lot of. It was good to see.
Good vibes.
It's good. It's always good to visit other cities. You know what I mean, and see what they're what's going on over there. Like Scratch, or it was Scratch Pad Portland back then, but it's still the same group of people pretty much. It's Scratcher Portland now, but those are like some of my favorite people too, man. Like in Portland, and then also going to LA, and then like some of the San Diego guys coming up north to LA, and
Oh yeah.
it's just dope, man. Like I think it's really funny, man, because I think like if you're not in the Scratch community, like for real, you know what I mean, you really don't really know what we're about, you know what I mean, and so other people might kind of be on some like like on some competitive type shit, really, but it's like it doesn't really matter what city you go to. Everybody's just super cool with each other, you know what I mean, and
I mean, yeah, because it's a culture.
even if like me and you battled or something like that,
Oh, yeah, that
in a
was fun.
scratch, like who cares? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, like everybody got respect for each other. Everybody's cool with each other, and I'm just really loving all that.
That's those, man. You guys took a lot of questions out of my mouth. You guys just explained a lot or whatnot. But this is my last one. What words do you have for the beginning scratcher, and the pro scratcher? Words of knowledge. What advice do you got for them?
For beginner.
For beginner and pro.
Shoot. Just try to feel it, man. I mean, you want to learn like the mechanics of it all, how to move the fader and whatever. That's why you practice technique and whatnot. Learn, but I just don't think you should get caught up in a bunch of scratches. I mean, yeah, it's cool to learn them all, but those are techniques to incorporate to the music of it. Just like when you're playing drums, you don't just do drum rolls all day, and you gotta make patterns, you gotta make beats, you gotta have the flow, you have to have the musicality of it. So focus on the musicality of it and listen to the music. Listen to Jimi Hendrix. Listen to how he bended notes. How he did things. Listen to like maybe some old jazz, Miles or Herbie or something like that. Listen to instrumentation.
I don't know how realistic it is, but I mean, I just kind of look at my own experience. I think like if for a new beginning scratcher, if you really want to get good quickly, practice a lot, like hours and hours a day. I don't know how realistic that is, you know, to different people or whatever, but for me, I know I was like practicing like 6 hours a day or something like this.
Hell yeah. But, hell yeah.
And also, you know, maybe, you know, look for people that are interested in the similar things, or look for a mentor, you know what I mean, that can not only teach you about scratching, but teach you the other aspects of DJing as well, you know what I mean? I think all that stuff is important too, you know what I mean? You know, like me and Shmix are both DJs at the end of the day, you know what I mean? We're not just scratchers or just turntablists, we're actually DJs, and so
I DJ a club.
Yeah,
bitches shake
so
their ass. VIP drinking in the DJ booth. So
that shit's fun too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so look at the other aspects as well. But yeah, find mentors. You know, find people that'll teach you about different things, and for the new generation or for the older generation, I don't really know what to. I don't know. I don't know what advice I could give. You know, I'm just
for the older generation.
I'm just
shit for the people that are.
Cues, you know what I mean?
Shit, I would say.
I don't know what's just.
They just need to.
Just everybody be cool with each other. Let's unite. Let's you know, let's elevate this scratch community, scratch culture. You know, and I guess what I could say is you know, don't be dickheads to the younger people that are trying to come up and learn, you know what I mean? Like teach and you know, give knowledge to the youth and to the younger generation.
Yeah, if someone's trying to come up and you see that they got that itch, they got the wrist, or they got that they just got it, they know how to make a scribble sound right off the bat. Show them, because I know there's people that'll be like, you know, they'll feel intimidated or whatnot, or not want to teach them, but no, definitely show them.
You know, yeah, invite
don't hold people back.
Invite people to CAD sessions. Invite people to scratch events. You know, and even those are very educational times. You know what I mean? I remember going to. We had Michael's Pizza back in Seattle when I was coming up, and it was just really dope, just going to see what I consider OG scratchers in Seattle, you know what I mean, like the generation above me, I guess. I learned, you know, from just watching, you know, E-Fade or Tecumseh or Dice or Razor, or, you know, there's just countless people that you know.
You know, Supreme Godfather, all these things.
You know, so.
Kamikaze. I used to watch all those cats at the B-boy battles, cutting it up. When I was just a B-boy.
I mean, I guess the same thing goes for DJing as well. I mean, you could go, you know, I mean, I can go to your club night or whatever, and I'll learn shit just listening and watching what you're doing.
I always cut when I'm mixing too. I cut the shit out of every song I bring in and exit out, scratch it out, flex effects it, boom. And that's like everything from all the top, you know, 40 shit.
Yeah.
So.
Shit, that's what's up. What do you guys think about the little? I find personal enjoyment like watching the little kids get up and just, you know, saying just touch the turntables and stuff like that. What do you guys think about that?
Damn kids, man, running everywhere. No, it's dope. My little nephew was cutting yesterday. That was dope.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he actually was doing stuff with the record, and he was like, and kept spinning it back. I don't know why. But he was just like, he was like,
that's what's up.
Though. It's cool.
That's what's
Your
up.
boy.
All right, we had an interview here with Cues and Shmix. Thank you for coming down to ScratchRenshuTV, y'all, man. I actually enjoyed this interview.
Word,
this was very dope. You know, very informative. Don't be dickheads. Yeah.
Yeah, hey, I've seen that. I'm not gonna call names, but I've been different places, and the love wasn't there, man. The vibe wasn't there. I was just like, damn. There was no camaraderie. There was outsiders, and you know, they didn't show love. There is some in other places though, but I mean, like if you go to Scratch Lounge up in Seattle, and if there's a group photo,
it's very welcome.
they'll, hey, come take the picture. You know,
I'm going.
Boom, boom. They're like, come take the picture with us, yada yada. And it's a lot of welcoming love. So
Hey, big shout out to the SD Scratch community. Thus far, I mean, I've only been out here for like 3 weeks, but everybody's been really welcoming to me, and especially you, Ed. I mean, like it's been really dope to meet you and in person, and everybody. And thank you for pretty much bringing me into the community. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Shit sounds dope, man. You're welcome, man. It's Cali. It's West Coast, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll get this guy to come out too,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
We're gonna move back down here like in November or something like that.
See, that'd be dope. We're gonna be holding Scratchers monthly.
I'll be dope. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll be dope.
So I hope everybody was like, whenever I'm gone, I hope they can take the. Well, anyways, man, what you guys gonna do for us? You guys gonna cut it up a little bit or just?
Let's do it. Toss the beats. Q&As.
Okay. Hold on. Let me.
So basically, it's just like it's in the tap family, but it's my scratch, so it's called the Shmix tap. Shmix tap, I guess.
You want to demonstrate that again?
Yeah. It's just basically mimicking the fader. So.
Okay.
And you kind of do like in a circular motion around, kind of hopping like that.
Okay.
Around here. So. It's kind of like bouncing and sliding. It's weird.
Sick.
And I invented it on the QFO because the QFO is so close to the record, and I just go.
up in the house. This is for ScratchRenshuTV. Here we go. Oh yeah. I got some questions. How you doing, man?
Good, man. Just trying to live in the moment, you know what I mean?
I feel you, man.
That's like goals right now. Live in the moment. It's easy to get caught up with like the past and the future, man.
Oh yeah.
And you just forget about what's in front of you, you know?
Yeah. I completely understand.
How about you, man? How you doing? Busy guy, man. Always on the road.
Oh yeah, I was on the road. I'm doing the ScratchRenshuTV thing right now. That's I'm coming through here. I'm interviewing you, and it's an honor to have you here, my brother.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Yeah,
Man. My
yeah.
pleasure.
I was gonna ask you to do something, but I guess you're doing it now.
It's having fun, man. I see you cutting. You got a cool beat going.
Yo, we got Cwitch up in here.
Yo.
You know, ScratchRenshuTV.com. Yep. Still under the weather right now, but I'm feeling good right now. Cwitch just came through here, you know what I'm saying, gracing us with his presence. And you know, you go do a little something, cut it up for a minute, you know. We'll just go back and forth. your name, please. Let folks know who you are.
Cwitch, San Diego, California.
And how long have you been in the game, the scratch game, the turntablist game?
I would say I'm entering my 20th year now. I started like 97. So
97?
So, old guy here.
You know, I heard about this guy. I heard about this guy at the zebra battles and whatnot, just rolling through. And occasionally I would hear his name at DMC or whatnot. Cwitch is up in here. I was like, oh, whatnot. I was in the battle game too at that time, and I don't want to talk about that.
Zebra was the battle back in the day, man. That was battling up in the bay is a good proving point, man. You got a lot of people who know a lot about the art up there. So you compete in the bay, they know what's going on. You got to come correct. So I mean, battle in the bay, man. Zebra Records. Thank you, man.
Yeah. All the zebra folks out there. I know you know who you are, Mark. You know Chico. All you guys. Yeah. Much respect to y'all, but this boy got it too. You know. Right. Okay, man. That's what's going on. Okay. As a musician, turntablist, where are you trying to take this in your career?
Right now, I'm having a lot of fun working with music artists. Currently, right now, working with a band called Tribal Seed, which is a reggae band out of San Diego as well. Right now, working with them, just letting Scratch, introducing like the whole art of turntables and scratching into the reggae world, which is dope. They allowed me to do that. Just working artists in general. I also work with a rap artist named Tommy Young. So we do like same thing, typical hip hop element show, and working with other artists.
So do you have any projects coming out, like any music coming out, like official releases?
Nothing really official releases as far as like full-on projects goes, but right now it's kind of like trying to knock out some like bloopers for people like Paul Scratch, he was doing those quick bloopers, and then we just did the Rogue One in December. So I'm just basically trying to get my arsenal ready. So when Paul Scratch hits me up and go, hey, got another blooper? Here we go.
Hey,
On to the next one.
Hey Paul, you're hearing about this? Actually, Paul, over the weekend we had a big video conference.
Yeah.
Over here, whatnot, and Scratcher San Diego's actually official.
I heard about that.
Yeah, we are here. We're trying to work out for the next coming events. That's why I shout out to you. A message. And this actually, I shout out to Rated too. To see how we can converge. Working with couple cutters.
Yeah.
Working with Scratchaholics out in Vegas. So we're trying to coordinate. In fact, this weekend probably be meeting out in LA Scratcher. We're gonna be there. Please swap me. We're trying to coordinate it here. Trying to alliance. The whole thing, because SoCal had it at one point in time, It's just like, I'm from the Bay, when I'm out here, gonna help this out when I can, what I can do, but that's what we're trying to do right now, trying to create an alliance, and I heard you're doing something for the schools now?
Yeah, that actually just got approved this morning. Basically, what it is, I'm not the one in charge of it. They just kind of hit me up and said, hey, we want you to be part of it. It's something I was into. Anything that deals with the community, especially the youth, teaching them the art and craft of like DJing, which is cool because it's a DJ workshop, and this DJ workshop actually involves scratching. So that's where I was like, yeah, I'm really for it. So basically, what it is we got the fruit from San Diego Unified School District. We're basically going to be going torn to the high schools. Like 1 week we'll be at one high school, and next high school another, and so on and so forth. Basically, just giving a workshop about DJing, man. I don't have full on details yet. We're still working out, but this is literally popping. So this is where we're at right now. When we get more info, keep you guys tuned. Definitely, I'm all about like events that involves the youth. After all, in the long run, the youth is the future. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we gotta take them and like kind of like show them clear. You know what I'm saying? At least like show them a path or show them a path that they can choose from. You know what I mean? Clear. So I'm all about it.
That's dope. Which is about the youth. Okay. Okay. We already went through the project thing. What do you think about winter scratching?
Oh, we talked about this. Like you put a post about this and I commented on it because I actually do about stuff when I scratch, and a lot of it has to do with flow. I mean, I'm not the most technical scratcher out there, to be honest. You know, all those autobahns, all stuff I can't do. You know, nothing. If I can do it, great. But if anything, I'm more focused on the sound. After all, we're DJs, we deal with sound. So I try to create a flow that makes sense. And you kind of talked a little bit more on your post about that. Like rappers, I would get influenced by like rappers' flows, and I would try to mimic that when it comes to turntable, or like incorporate it into my scratch. So just listening to like rappers that I like, you know, like I like their flow, and try to incorporate it all together. And that's my thought process. Like I'm rapping, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, you say that's good because everybody thinks differently when they scratch. Some people think dubstep. Like what you were saying, topic with Q, he's talking about what you were saying about the flower and you know, saying the circle and you know what I'm saying, there's different, you know how the angles of the flower, how it goes sometimes like real abstract circles and that sort of thing. But okay, what do you think about portablism right now?
I think it's dope because I mean seeing it bloom as it is currently. It's making DJing more, what's the right term like convenient or easily accessible now. You know what I mean? You're not just locked into a bedroom anymore. Like I see you guys be out on the main front, you know, just gather around the table. I think it's cool, man. Like I said, it's another way for people to get out there, get together, and just do what they like doing, you know what I'm saying?
Jesse D, you need to hook this brother up. Right there. Okay, before we end this interview, what words do you got for the beginning scratcher, the pro scratcher, you know, advice or whatever, you know?
Off the top of my head, kind of like what I was talking about earlier, man. You know, us being DJs, you know, a lot of us, especially being technical with the scratches, man, it's easy to go over a lot of people's heads where we're dealing with sound. You know what I mean? So, your product pushing out the speakers, man, we're dealing with sound and music, man. Like, you can look super cool, you know what I'm saying? But don't forget about the sound, man. Like, it's gotta sound dope. It's gotta sound dope.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, you know what? Another thing too. Overthinking is your worst enemy when it comes to scratching.
Wow.
Especially when you're trying to learn scratches, man. A lot of times overthinking will be your worst enemy. A lot of times it'll be kind of right there for you. Just be patient, breathe.
Okay, what events you got coming up after you said smoking time?
Well, this weekend we were closing out the Tribal Seeds tour. So we'll be out in Vegas wrapping that up.
Wow.
What else do we have coming up? Oh man, there's just so much stuff, man. It's all a boggle. That high school tour, the high DJ workshop. Still working out the fine tunes on that, but that'll be coming. And just working with artists too. Oh yeah, Tommy Young got a new project coming out. I am his DJ, so we got a brand new project that he's been working on for like 2 years. Make sure it's getting right for everybody. We're pushing that through shows, so we might be coming through town. Come through. Same with working with Ian Young, also the Creole Sound reggae artist. Working with him and Tribal Sea Show. Make sure you check out the Tribal Sea shows. We put on a good show for you guys. A lot of energy, good vibes.
Okay, this question is off the beaten path. When you listen to music, like you're saying you should not be limited to the type of music you listen to.
I definitely feel as a DJ, like what you like, absolutely, like what you like, but at the same time, keep an open mind as far as music genres. A lot of people tend to categorize stuff and stay away from it when, like, you'll find some dope stuff in a genre you never listen to. You know, I like rock, I like Metallica, you know what I'm saying? Like, they got some cool guitars, you know what I'm saying? So, I even do, I actually kind of got into, No Effects.
No effects.
No Effects. Those guys, the punk band, like,
Wow.
I don't know, I felt like they were entertainers, man. They're cool. So yeah, I really don't know how much that's gonna cater into you DJing in the long run, but I just kind of feel musician in general doesn't have to be DJing. It could be like, you could be a trumpet player, man. Just open mind with music, man. And you know what you like, you know what I'm saying? So, no matter what you like, it's all that matters.
Okay, we did a little Portablist session here, man. Would you mind like doing a quick set before we go? Just a quick freestyle?
Yeah.
You want to change the beat?
Should we keep it funky or what?
We'll just run through the beats real quick.
Kind of feeling some electro right now. You got some electro? Traps be making some good electro. Any traps, man?
Let me check Barnyard right now. Paul Scratch and stuff. We got about the Rogue One looper.
I liked it, man. It came out really dope. Oh, we can. I got a beat on there too. If you wanna?
Yeah, we can do that. Let's pull up that beat. He was instrumental in the Rogue One looper too. Just to let you know that Paul Scratch.
Thanks, Paul. Good luck, man. Love being part of your project, man. Yeah,
That's it right here?
Yeah.
You got Cwitch, y'all. Cwitch theme.
It's good enough, my man. Yo, thank you for coming through to ScratchRenshuTV. Yeah. I guess we got this battle to go to.
Yeah, man. Can we bring them along or what?
Y'all want to come along with us to this battle? Yeah, I think y'all want to come along with us. All right, man. I'm switching you off right now.